Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and We All Fall Down, the series where we take on all of our primary targets in accident falls or falling object kills. And this week we are off to ChongQing, China, where we will be taking on Imogen Royce and Hush. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting at the default location, and we'll be bringing with us some coins and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we have quite the journey ahead of us. We have to go the long way around. Now we're heading for the block, but we need to stop off along the way, which is why we are heading this way. And we want to go this way so that we can trigger this young lady's routine. So that now done, we can head straight for the block area, but it is quite a distance away. If we were able to not have to trigger that lady's routine, we could have gone along the walkway the other direction, and we'd probably already be in the building on the first or second floor. Nevertheless, once we get to the block building finally, we're going to make our way around to the alleyway at the back here and duck in through the window. And we're going to go down to the basement first of all, and down here we will acquire ourselves a fuse from the derelict fridge and a crowbar, which both will come in very handy. So with both of them in hand, we're now going to start making our way up through the building. This first little section will be quite slow, as we do have to wait for one of the researchers to go through their routine, which is drawn out a little bit. There is the researcher in question. She is currently interviewing a homeless man for some nefarious work. Once that conversation and phone call have finally played out, we're just going to wait for the guard to sit in the chair there, and then we can then duck down and make our way straight through the room and out of the opposite window before anyone notices us. We're going to make our way along the balcony and then up the drain pipe to the next floor, and from here we're going to have to do a bit of sneaking, and we're going to have to time ourselves just slightly. So we're going to lockpick our way through this door here. Now there are guards over to our left, and we need one of them to be facing away from us, and he has just moved, as you can see, into the position that's going to get us spotted. So we're going to wait for him to move, and we're going to go straight through the security room to our right that you can see there. There is one guard in there who also moves around, who is currently doing so, and once he stops, we are then finally safe to make our way up the stairs. And while we're here, we're going to take out the surveillance system with a nice easy shot with our silenced pistol. We're then going to continue up to the next floor and around the corner here, and if the guard is in the current position at the far end, we are able to go into the toilet here and get ourselves a researcher's outfit and a rat poison. So with those in hand, we can now continue up to the fourth floor, and this is our destination. So we're just going to input the code 2552 into the keypad, which will grant us access to the top floor. We're going to pass straight through the mind control room, and we're heading for the deprivation chamber here, and we're just going to use the same code 2552 to unlock the door. Now the scientist in the room, the researcher there, is in the wrong position for us, so we'll take the opportunity to add our rat poison to the ventilation system, and when we return to the deprivation room, the scientist should have moved into a more favourable position, and we can then render him unconscious and hide him in the closet provided. There is also a guard in the room who is absolutely oblivious to all of this, so we're just going to render him unconscious as well. Don't forget to collect the gun that he drops. We want no evidence left behind. We're going to hide this gentleman in the closet with the researcher, and then we're going to select our crowbar and we're going to hide in the corner of the room behind the door after we've reinstated the fuse we collected into the machinery, which will activate the deprivation chamber, so that when Hush comes in, he will then get poisoned by it. Now, you could be waiting here for quite a while, but once Hush comes into the room, we're just going to hold position where we are. Hush will get into the machine and the poison will be wafted down on him from above. He will then get sick and go out onto the balcony to be sick, but we are not going to move, as Hush's personal bodyguard, whose name escapes me currently, will then make his way into the room to follow Hush, and we are going to use our crowbar to render him unconscious before he exits this room. So once he comes in, we're just going to close the door, throw the crowbar, render him unconscious, and then we can make our way out onto the balcony and deliver Hush on the express route to the ground floor.
You got the bastard, Hush. Now go get Imogen Royce and we can get to the core.
So next up, we have to get all the way over to Imogen Royce. Now, there is a short way and a long way, and we are taking the longest possible way. So we're going to run all the way back down through the block building, right the way down to the basement level or ground level, and out through the arcade, and we're going to head into the facility via the shipping container entrance. And we're just going to go in through the restaurant, out through the bathroom window, scoot past the kitchen and down the drain pipe. And the young lady who was here earlier has finally remembered her code and gone inside, so she is not here to spot us as we enter the code 0118 and let ourselves into the ICA facility. So from here, all we have to do is scoot our way along and straight down the stairs, over the balcony, and then over the balcony ahead of us once again, and into the recreation area or the rest area. We're going to select our camera and we're going to opaque the windows to the restroom there. There we go, so that no one can see through that area. We're going to make our way over to the ventilation system, and if we turn that off and on again, we will attract the attention of one of the analysts in that room. There are two, one male, one female. We require the male's outfit, but unfortunately the female will always come first. So we're going to render her unconscious, and we're going to hide her in the server room in the cabinet provided. Don't worry about the two analysts over on the far side of the corridor. As long as we are quiet, they will not see anything. So with the young lady now dealt with, we can once again turn off the ventilation and back on again, and this time round we will secure the outfit we require. So when the analyst comes to investigate, we can then pounce on him, render him unconscious, deposit him in the closet along with his colleague, and then add insult to injury, we'll take his outfit. I've actually tried a few ways of getting Imogen Royce, including getting her up onto the Lotus balcony, and nothing seems to work. This is the only method that really seems to work, and there are very few opportunities in which we can actually get Imogen Royce down here. So once we have the analyst's outfit on, we can go past the guard. We're going to opaque the glass there, which will block the camera. We're going to make our way down to the second level, and just below the stairs we're going to drop a trail of 2 coins leading into the corner of the room. We're going to take up position underneath the stairs. There is Imogen Royce. She's just heading off to her office, so she'll be a few minutes. But eventually she will head down this way, and we're waiting for her to make her way down the stairs and then into the core area, and we want to snag her bodyguard. Now it doesn't matter if we're a little early or a little late, either way, if we snare Imogen, she will send the bodyguard in her place. But ideally we just want to snare the bodyguard. So we've snared Imogen as well. She's going to send the bodyguard over. He's going to spot all 3 of those coins, and as he moves past us, we will then be able to get behind him and render him unconscious. We're going to hide him in the closet provided. Now he drops a level 3 tier dongle, which is for our exit. We're going to grab that up as well. Doesn't matter if you forget, because Imogen also has one. We're going to retrieve all of our coins. We're just going to deposit the submachine gun here underneath the stairs so no one can see it. And then we're going to make our way back upstairs and through the analytical department and around through the back here, and not forgetting to opaque the window here, which I very nearly did. We're just going to use our camera once again, opaque this window so nobody sees anything that might disturb them. Make our way into the server room here, and we're just going to render this gentleman unconscious. Now Imogen is on her way to this room, so if we are quick we can get this done and pounce on Imogen rather quickly, rather than waiting for her to go back through her routine. So with the analyst now deposited, we're going to make our way outside of the room, and we're just going to wait right here, and any second now we should see Imogen heading this way. She's going to make her way into that room and stop briefly, and when she does we will then be able to walk in behind her, casual as you like, render her unconscious. And here comes the high risk bit. We're going to grab the dongle she drops, and we're now going to drag her up the stairs out the side door here. But as you can see, there are a couple of analysts present, and one of them could quite easily just look over their shoulder and see us. Luckily we managed to get past them quite easily and deposit Imogen.
Good. That's both targets down. I just need to override this, and I'm in. You can get out now and I can take care of the data remotely. What? Unless you want to handle it yourself.
So with Imogen now face down on the floor, we are gonna make good our escape, and we have the level 3 dongle so we can access the emergency facility exit. So there we go, one more map taken care of, with possibly only one more map to go. It's a little bit undecided on my part whether I will do the Carpathian Mountains or not. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.